Good morning, everyone. My name is Dodds. Welcome to episode 113 of Dodds Diaries. Today is Thursday, the 29th of February. This year is a leap year. That's why we've got a 29 this February. Time's now 5:37, and for the last of me cheap winter outings before I go away on my holidays next Monday, that's the Monday after filming this, today is a throwback to one of my diaries from April 2018 when I did an Anglo-Saxon round-robin journey, consisting of a journey of England and into Scotland. Except this time it's going to be a bit more bigger than what I did on that day. Starting here at Cheshire Street. I'm actually starting at Cheshire Street station this morning, but I'm not actually getting on the train there, so I'm going to walk into town, get the bus to Newcastle. Getting the train up to Edinburgh this morning, which I did on the 26th of January, same train, 708 Transpennine. The reason why I'm going to walk and get the bus, because the Northern turns up at 6:47, it gives me 8-minute connection time, and so if it runs late, then it could be a disastrous to start of the morning. I'm going to make this quick because I'm going to go and catch the bus at about 5:02 in Cheshire Street town centre, and then I'll be on the train to Edinburgh this morning, and then the journey goes onwards to Glasgow. That's on a Scotrail train, and then down to Manchester from Glasgow, and then Manchester back up to here, Cheshire Street. I've drove my car because then when I get back at like 1 o'clock this morning, I can just get straight in my car and drive straight home. A few reasons for this trip. One of them is I'm yet to do a Class 3 85 Scotrail electric from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street. I've done that journey on a Turbo Star before, but obviously now the line's electrified. I'm also yet to have a ride on Transpennine Nova 2 train down the West Coast Main Line, so I'm going to do that this morning, or I should say this afternoon actually. And also, free of journey, I've got, apart from my Scotrail, £14 single, the other free journeys are just tickets for £1 each. £1. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing these £1 outings the last month or so. And today is the big finale outing before my build-up, before me holiday next Monday that I really cannot wait to do. Right, out I go. This is what my town looks like at 6:15 in the morning. I get the buses from down here on Front Street. This is where you get all of them. You get some of them round the corner on the marketplace. This could be mine. These come from Riverside Depot and Gateshead. That one's not mine, that's the 50 going to South Shields via Washington and Bolden. And that one over there, that's the first bus to Durham this morning at 21 service. So the journey's begun.
Next stop, Chester Street Police Station.
Passing under the A1, all the major roadworks and that going on. For the mornings are getting a bit lighter as now we heading towards March. And the clocks go forward at the end of this month.
stop, Harlow Green Bridge.
And there's the Angel of the North. Over the Tyne Bridge we go into Newcastle. There's going to be a lot of roadworks here
Next
very
stop,
soon.
Newcastle, John Dobson Street.
Monument here. Gonna walk down Granger Street to Central Station. The only time today because I'll not be back here tonight. Grab yourself some breakfast before I get on the train. Try to get something in McDonald's to eat, but had hardly anything. Anyway, I'll be having quite a bit of that where I am next week. Rightio, first journey this morning, going to catch the 0708 Transpennine to Edinburgh Waverley. I did up there just before 9 o'clock this morning. Same journey I did a month ago. And then I'm only there for about 15-20 minutes, changing trains onto the, plan to get the 9:15 Scotrail from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street. I should be at Glasgow for about 10 past 10 this morning. I'm going to be there at Glasgow for about 3 hours. The plan is to do some spotting there, and then I go down to Manchester on the 10 past 1 train. I get to Manchester about tea time. And I'll be there till 21:45, and that'll be my train from Manchester Victoria back up to Chelsea Street. I'll not be home till about between midnight and 1 o'clock this morning. It's going to be a very long day, this, but it's going to be a fab journey. That's providing everything does go well. So we stop at Morpeth, Allenmouth, Berwick, Preston, Dunbar, East Linton, then Edinburgh Waverley. It'll be interesting on the trains because today an overtime ban on LNER and Northern is on, and then them two companies are on strike tomorrow. So there will be cancellations on them two train operating companies. Not a lot, but some.
Good morning, folks. Welcome aboard the 708 Transpennine Express service to Edinburgh. On the way, we'll be stopping at Morpeth, Almouth, Merrick-upon-Tweed, Reston, Dunbar, and East Linton before arriving into Edinburgh at around 5 to 9. We've got coach A at the back, followed by B, C, D, and coach E for our first class ticket holders A's on top. The two main accessible toilets for either end in A and E. And there's three smaller toilets to coach C, one coach D. And there are safety notices in each carriage and the vestibules. Take a couple of minutes to give a quick read. And if you see anything suspicious, don't be afraid to alert a member of staff. That is what we're here for.
Okay.
That's the Northern from Chat Hill, just past Allenmouth.
We'll shortly be arriving at Almouth.
It's lovely up here with the summertime. It looks like it's going to be a nice morning.
If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Please take care when leaving the train. Use the handrails provided, as the step down to the platform is larger than usual at this station.
There was Hawley Island. You can only drive to there if you time it right with the tide, otherwise you get stuck on the causeway. And we're just coming up towards Berwick-upon-Tweed. Spittle Beach down there. I was actually up here the other day with my mum on her birthday.
We'll shortly be arriving at Berwick-upon-Tweed. If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or cases in the luggage racks or under seats, and retain your tickets as they may be required if exiting this station. Please take care when leaving the train. Use the handrails provided as the step down to the platform is larger than usual at this station.
About to pass over the Royal Border Bridge.
The next stop will be Reston.
This is always one of my favourite parts of the journey to Scotland. And over the border I go. sunny up here in Scotland.
arriving at Edinburgh Waverley, where this service terminates.
Right, folks, in a couple of minutes. We'll be arriving into Edinburgh. Your laptop on the service where the train terminates. Please have a good look around. Collect up all of your personal belongings. Use the handrail provided as you step down. So there's going to be a bit of a gap between the train and the platform edge. Once again, in a couple of minutes, we'll be in Edinburgh. Just like to thank everyone for travelling with Transpennine this morning. Hopefully it's been a nice stress-free journey. Hope everyone gets to where they need to be safely and has a lovely day.
Oh, that's okay, no problem.
One down, 3 to go. Right, in the Scottish capital, Edinburgh, Waverley Station. It's now 5 to 9. Just literally here to do a train change to Glasgow Queen Street. Should be there for about 10:15. From what I've read, it goes from platform 10. So, onwards I go. So my train goes from here, platform 10, and here is one of them I'm going to be going on. It's a Class 3 85, Hitachi Class 3 85. Now this one is going to, that's going to Queen Street as well. I might actually be doing the service after this one. Meantime, my train calls at Haymarket, Linlithgow, Polmond, Falkirk High, Croy, and then Glasgow Queen Street. Correction, that one's actually going to Queen Street. Could have actually caught that, because after all I did get here just before 9, but with this station you do need that bit extra time to change trains, and of course it can be complicated for some. And into platform 10 my train comes. It's an 8 carriage Class 3 85. So these are the 385s, built by Hitachi, just like the Azumas and the Nova ones. So as you can see, the interior, the lighting's pretty much the same as the intercity trains. The noise, that's also the same as well. You can actually drive these trains on Train Sim World 4 from here to Glasgow actually, on my PlayStation 5. Not been on one of these for quite a few years actually, but all in all, these look pretty good. Because looking at the seating layout of them though, it's mainly tables. That annoys me. There are some individual seats, but they don't line up with the windows.
Glasgow, Polmond, Falkirk High, Croy is due to arrive in the Glasgow Queen Street approximately 10:07. The next stop is Haymarket.
So we've got a 334 Junipia down there. It's a very sunny morning in the Scottish capital today.
This train is for Glasgow Queen Street High Level. The next station is Haymarket.
Good morning and welcome aboard the Scotrail 915 Express service to Glasgow Queen Street. This train will call at Haymarket on Linlithgow, Polmond, Falkirk High, Croy is due to arrive at the Glasgow Queen Street approximately 10:07. The next stop is Haymarket.
And there's Edinburgh Castle up there. There's a class 158. Let's go into Cowden Beef on the 5 Circle line.
Haymarket
Depot.
And there's Merrifield Rugby Stadium.
And they've had the Six Nations matches in there at the moment.
First class is situated towards the very front and very near. This is for the use of first class ticketholders only. As for the standard class tickets, you can upgrade to first class at a cost of £5 per person for this journey only. The next stop will be Liverpool for the Glasgow customers with tickets rail carders.
Edinburgh Park, just past. Lovely scenery as we pass through central Scotland along the central belt. All the mountains and hills in the distance, and I believe all that is the Lomond Hills. Somewhere in there will be Loch Lomond, I would think. Falkirk High, one of the 2 stations. The other one being Grahamston on the
This is
line to Stirling.
This train is for Glasgow Queen Street High Level. The next station is Croy.
Oh, that's lovely, that. the 37 HST.
This train is for Glasgow Queen Street High Level.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next station is Glasgow Queen Street High Level, where this train terminates.
Yeah, so there is a drawing for that. I think I shared it just as I left. Let me just pull it up 2 seconds.
We'll soon arrive at Glasgow Queen Street High Level, which is the last station on this route. Make sure you have all your belongings with you when you leave the train. If you see any unattended luggage, please tell a member of staff. Keep your ticket easily accessible to get you through the automatic ticket gates quickly. We hope you enjoyed your journey, and thank you for travelling Scotrail.
No.
Oh yes, it did. Yeah, no.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to a member of staff or text British Transport Service
I was
on
just curious. I was thinking there's something going wrong with the two pay slips.
We are now arrived into Glasgow Queen Street with this service terminates. Please take your personal belongings with you and watch your step as you get off the train. Please keep hold of your tickets as there are automatic barriers in operation at this station. Apologies to anyone that still needs a ticket. Please hold the ticket booth on platforms 3 and 4. If your platform with an M ticket on your mobile device, you can access your activated it. If your ticket has a QR code, please have this ready. This will show you the next, the final stop platform
Probably 18 grand for bottles because Goldberg reduced bottles. Why? Because they can't accurately see how many they can get. Really?
Right, now at Glasgow, it's just coming towards 10:10. No trouble getting here. I'm not filming here this time. I'll be doing Central while I'm up here. I'm gonna walk through the city for a bit, do a bit of spotting at Central before I head down to Manchester. Hopefully I could be back here another year perhaps, see what's what. So I'm taking the walk through the city to Central Station, and here we have St George's Square. Of course underneath we have the subway, Clockwork Orange. If I had time I would actually go on that for a bit. Have a lot of events on here in St George's Square. Now I would think this summer they'll have a fan zone on for the Euro 2024. Because Scotland's in the competition this year. It's always nice coming up here. And there's the Wetherspoons I've been in before, called the Counting House. Right, on that walk. So I'm walking down Buchanan Street, which is the main shop, one of the main shopping streets in Glasgow. The other one being Argyle Street, which is further down. Down at the end of Buchanan Street is the St Enoch Centre. That's where St Enoch subway station is. So this is Argyle Street. The low level line runs right underneath here. In fact, Argyle Street Station is just further along that way, and Central Station is just up here. They used to have trams running here back in the old days. Oh, there's a Celtic Football Club store. Of course, as you know, the two biggest teams, I think, of all of Scotland are here, Celtic and Rangers. And when they both play at Ibrox, and they play, that's actually what's known as the Old Firm Derby. Of course, my mate Ryan Jameson, he always comes to Oswald's bar that's somewhere around here. I'm going to have a look at that, actually, even though I'm not a Rangers fan, but hey ho, let's go. And so I found it. Oswald Street, and right next to Central Station, Oswald's Bar. This is one for Ryan Jameson to take note. Of course, this is a Rangers bar, and hopefully one day I might actually go in there and have a couple of drinks, maybe if I'm up here for a night or so. Right, so here I am in Glasgow Central Station. It's just coming up towards 11 o'clock. I've not been here for 5 years now. I came in December 2019 before the COVID came along and that. But anyway, hey ho, here I am. So I'm going to do about an hour and a bit here, and then my next journey is about 1:10. That'll take us 3.5 hours back into England, down to Manchester. Let's see what we've got in Glasgow Central at the moment. Got some 380s. In. Still got some older Scotrail trains down there. Some Class 318s down there. I can't see them being in use that much longer. Got another 395 down there. So you get this is one of the busiest stations in Scotland, I think. Train-wise, there's more in a minute than what you get at Edinburgh Waverley Station, for example. So I should not maybe need that long here. This is the terminus of the West Coast Main Line from London Euston, which I'll be going down later on. When I go towards Manchester, I'll be on the West Coast Main Line as far as Preston before going down the Bolton corridor. And for a long time, this was regularly served by East Coast Main Line trains, Intercity, GNER, National Express. There used to be one every 2 hours to and from London King's Cross. I remember that. The last train I used to get the last train out of here, about 1950, and it used to get Edinburgh 2100, and then Baz Newcastle about 11:15. Currently now, LNER, they only run one train a day out of here early in the morning, and then one train late night return. However, proposing withdrawing that service because of a change in use. People not really using it for business compared to like the more using it for leisure in that. So it's going to be a bit of a shame to some, but sometimes when I used to get the GNE, when I used to get the old trains here, it did used to run quite empty. But hey ho, see what happens. Just looking across the River Clyde down to the south bit. The trains usually run about 20 miles per hour out of the station. I can actually drive from here to Carlisle on Train Simulator Classic. Just like the 318s, them 320s, I can't see them being around that much longer, because they are getting on quite a bit. So I can imagine Scotrail will be withdrawing them maybe at least in the next couple of years, I would think. Here's an Avanti Pendolino arriving from London Euston. When these trains go back down the line, they usually stop at Carlisle, then like Penrith, Oxenholme, Lancaster, well not all of them, and then Preston, Wigan, Warrington, and then go non-stop to London. Means my view on this platform is now blocked. I'm on 9 and 10, which is also a good spot for doing photographs. This and 1 and 2 are the good spots in Glasgow Central. Pendolino to the right. So down there is a Transpennine Express, class 397 Nova 2. And it'll be one of them trains that I'll be going on to Manchester. Could be that one actually. Built by CAF, Spanish company, but also built the 195 and 331s. Let's just hope the ride's good on them. There's the 320 and the 385 next to it.
Luke and Lanark. This train is formed of 3 coaches. The rear of platform 9 for the 11:49 Scotrail service to Lanark.
Right, I'm going to finish it here. At this station, just literally less than an hour is all you need to do a good session. And I think the only train company I've not seen here today is Cross Country. They only operate every 2 hours back to Edinburgh and down the East Coast Main Line towards Birmingham and Bristol and that. The services they do actually what like the likes of GNER and National Express East Coast used to do until May 2011. I'm going to go and grab a bite to eat before I head south back into England. So this is Gordon Street, and over there that's the Scotrail bus that takes you between Central and Queen Street station. And of course one thing I have to tuck in while I'm up here is of course a couple of deep fried Mars bars, and these are absolute delicious. Very nice. Anyway, long journey coming up. So we'll catch the 1309 Transpennine that goes to Manchester Airport. I get off at Piccadilly. I'll be there for just before 4:30 this afternoon. Now, likelihood is this will be a busy train because usually a lot of Scots do get on the trains to Manchester from here in Edinburgh. Maybe Edinburgh will be the more busy side, but here, I don't know. Right, there's my train to Manchester Piccadilly, 1309 service. Let's just hope I can get a good seat. Well, I managed to pick a good seat in the unreserved carriage.
Welcome to this Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport. This service will be calling at Motherwell, Lockerbie, Carlisle, Penrith, Oxenholme, Lancaster, Preston, Bolton, Manchester Oxford Road, Manchester Piccadilly and Manchester Airport. The next stop will be Motherwell.
No, I'm straight. I'll head for you. Like, thank you so much.
Zoom.
Good afternoon everyone and welcome on board this 1309 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Edinburgh. My name is Sammy and I will be your conductor for the duration of your journey. As you can see today we have a pretty busy service, so if you can make sure all big luggage is put in the luggage racks provided and all small luggage with overhead racks. There is CCTV information throughout this train for your safety, but if you do see something that doesn't look right, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 610.
We just left Motherwell, isn't it? Towards Lanarkshire way.
And now you hide the looks, vitamin D. Yeah. Then I can close it. But I shall not know
I do apologise. There'll be no hot service today for retail. It seems to be full with electronics with hot water run out. Again, folks, I really do apologise for this. We're going to do an out-seat service now, a selection of sweet and savoury snacks. We've got alcohol, beverages, soft drinks and so on. Please make sure all items are clear of luggage and pass through safely. Thank you all for your attention and welcome to Transpennine Express.
This area's had a massive transformation. It certainly has. That's the line to Edinburgh over there. We're now going to head down for some lovely scenery.
Soft drinks, alcohol beverages, clear snacks. Yeah, a bit of that. People don't pay attention, they're in their own little world.
The scenery's fab here on the West Coast Main Line. I believe that was Lamington Viaduct that partially broke in 2015. The line was then shut off for a couple of months. That's the A47, which then connects onto the M6 at Carlisle. Just coming down towards Carlisle, and this is King Mary Yard. Just means we're back in England now. This is a Betts Park. There's Carlisle Castle.
We'll shortly be arriving at Carlisle. If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Please mind the step down from the train onto the platform.
Oh, there's a class 158 going to Morpeth. We're on the Tyne Valley line, Newcastle. We'll up to Morpeth.
Welcome to this Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport. This service will be calling at Penrith, Oxenholme, Lancaster, Preston, Bolton, Manchester Oxford Road, Manchester Piccadilly and Manchester Airport.
For your safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings with you or in sight at all times. If you notice anything suspicious, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. If you see it, say it, and we'll sort it.
That's the Tyne Valley line branching off. Also the Saxon Carlisle line down that way.
ليش ما في بدل الكلينيك؟ والله البليسمنت تدري طول ال 65 يمكن 3 اشهر البليسمنت. بدل هذا اللي على كرت الكويت. الحين لا باللغة 1300 بس يبشر بدل
As we're heading through Cumbria, sadly the weather's starting to take a turn. So we passed over Shap Summit. I believe we're past T-Bay.
والله سالفة
ما صادق ما ادري وش رايك السؤال؟
Coming into Preston. After this, we go down the Bolton corridor, which goes through Chorley, Horwich, Parkway, down towards Bolton, and then Salford past through Salford before we get to Manchester. I was here just a few weeks ago.
016. If you see it, say it, and we'll sort it.
There's the home of, just missed it, Bolton Wanderers up there.
Thing with the magnifying glass and the bright light, just go like that. I was like, I'm so sorry. Mine is just that. It's a moment.
This is a Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport. This service will be calling at Manchester Oxford Road, Manchester Piccadilly and Manchester Airport. The next stop will be Manchester Oxford Road.
والله عادي عادي زي شنو انا بالفاونديشن قعدت 6 شهور بس من الفاتح قعدت من 1 ل 20 سنه بدون فاتح. There's Ben, do you know him? Yeah. Love my life. I'm his number 1.
That's the Oslo card over that way. That's where that Nova is. Back into here it is. Yep, that's the Oslo card. It's coming to the UK's third biggest city. England's third city,
We'll shortly be arriving at Manchester Oxford Road. If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or cases.
And there's the Metro link that'll be going on.
Retain your tickets as they may be required if exiting this station.
This is Dean's Gate.
Please mind the step down of the train onto the platform.
Here's Oxford Road Station. And the next stop is mine, Piccadilly.
That's a big after, it's a big building. That's a lift shaft there as well. Did you know that? It's a green thing. Yeah, it was on it. That's a lift shaft. Yeah, they did on around it. I don't know that. But I still wasted time.
And here I am after a long journey from Scotland.
The waiting then.
No, they're in the toilet.
Right, it's 5:15, coming up to the evening rush hour. I go from one city to another, from one of Scotland's biggest cities to England's third city, Manchester. Here I am, Piccadilly Station, and once again signed in, like I did at Glasgow Central earlier on. That was a nice ride, that, on that Nova 2 train. I have to say though, the seats, they are a bit hard to sit on, and it was rocky a bit, but still, it was a nice ride indeed. So, Pendolino here, got a 150 over there. But East Midlands Railway Class 158, that's heading to 2158, heading to Norwich via Sheffield, Nottingham and Grantham, Peterborough. And a couple of Class 156s down there. As I said, there's currently overtime ban on today with Northern Rail, but so far things have been alright. So I'm in this city for just under 5 hours. My plan is to do spotting here, which I'm doing now, and then I'm going to have some rides on the Metro Line tram, which is where, of course, I could run into trouble with me videoing and that. So I'll just be a little careful on that. Probably use my mobile phone to do images, especially in a crowded place. I don't plan on doing Victoria Station this time, although, but that's where I do go home from tonight. I think that's only going to be the second time I'll have actually taken a train out of Manchester, Victoria, to go back home tonight, and that train will be at 21:45 tonight. So as I said, it is now busy, coming up to peak rush hour in the evening. So these trains are going to be chock-a-block for the time being. That's going to Manchester Airport. I think that will have come from either Liverpool or from Blackpool North. And in a few days' time, after filming this, an airport, well, Newcastle Airport, is where I'll be going. that's one of the Pendolinos that's still yet to be refurbished on the inside. So here's one of the new Transport for Wales Class 197s, which are gradually replacing the 175 Cordovias. I've also seen a Mark IV set as well. Again, these are built by CAF, just like the 195s. And when I've seen them on the inside, they actually do look a lot better than the 195s, and they've got a better seating layout and luggage racks as well. Let's go to the airport. So I think that would come from Chester, Llandudno Junction, Bangor and Holyhead, I would think.
coaches who arrived to jump on the 1723 Portland service to Rose Hill Mall this afternoon. Please be advised that the 1723 service will today be departing from platform 13. Once again, that's the 1723.
Transpennine going to Cleethorpes, and platform 13 and 14 has been chock-a-block when I've looked at it. Now hopefully my train will not actually be too busy when I go home tonight, because it'll be around 10:15 and it's a Thursday, so I can't see it being that busy. So on the front there's an East Midlands trains, I should say, 156, and on the back, them Class 150s. Originally started out around the Birmingham area with Central and then Central trains before I'm going to London Midland. So that's going to Buxton, which I believe is in the Peak District sort of region. You can actually drive from here on Train Simulator Classic along the Hope Valley line, from like here to Stockport and then on to Sheffield, and also they're just finishing off developing the Buxton branch to add on to that Midland Mainline collection by Just Trains. You can tell it's rush hour, looking at just how jam-packed these trains are. That's going to Cardiff Central. Now, just like I did in 2016, for me the cheapest way to get from Chester Street to South Wales would actually be to get Transpennine down to Man Victoria, across the city, and then go TFW from here, because through Birmingham would cost a lot more. Right, I'm going to finish it here. Adam Cutt has joined us to say hello. I'm going to go and sign out and then get a tram to the city because I'm starving, and then see what I do from there. Right, Piccadilly Gardens I go.
We are now approaching Piccadilly Gardens, where you can change for services to Bury.
So here I am in the centre of England's third city, Manchester, and here I am at Piccadilly Gardens. I'm going to get my tea here and do some tram spotting as well. I might do some of it on my camcorder, but I will of course be doing some on my phone. Sometimes I tend to use my phone in crowded places because the camera's more discreet and I'm less likely to get any unwanted attention. So as you can see, Piccadilly Gardens is really, really busy. I can actually think it's going to be very busy come Sunday this weekend because both Manchester City and Man United are playing at the Etihad in the Manchester Derby match. There's a one going to the airport. That's a one going to the Etihad campus. So that way it takes you towards like East Didsbury, towards Eccles, MediaCityUK and Cornbrook and that. And there's a lot of buses there, a lot of stagecoach buses. And nowadays in Manchester they've got what's called the B network, taking over quite a lot of the buses, I should say. So I've just had me grub in Burger King. For me, that's a taste of what's to come next week. I'm going to have a walk around a bit and then still thinking of jumping on a tram perhaps to MediaCityUK, but that depends on what time I've got. See, it is busy, so by walking around it allows me to wait until it gets a little bit less busy on the Metrolink. So I've just had a quick ride to St Peter's Square, which is another good location for getting tramps photographed. Ones that are heading west in particular, as well as some heading east. So I'll do a bit spotting here before I move on.
Right, let's go to Salford.
So it's 7:30. I've come to one of my favourite parts of Manchester. I always love to come to MediaCityUK here in Salford Quays. And lit up at night, it looked absolutely stunning indeed. And this is a place that is absolute full of film, TV and studios. As you can see, we've got the BBC here at Salford Quays, BBC Sport and that, and also just over there is studios, it's not even lit up, of ITV, and of course that is a familiar sign that everyone should know. This of course is where they make Coronation Street, my mum's favourite soap opera, and if I'm honest, the one I prefer the most out of the rest of them. I may as well tell you, seeing as I am in a telly land, what telly do I watch? Well, not really, to be honest. I mean, I'll watch a little bit of Top Gear and that on Dave and that, and I have been watching the odd bit of Corrie as well of recently, but mainly nowadays I watch the sport, like the football for example, although I watch that down the pub, but otherwise in my house we mainly just have the music channels or the radio on these days. We don't even have Sky TV or anything, because In my honest opinion, it's not worth it. And if I do want to watch the footy and that, then I'll just go down my local pub, the Martyr Tavern, to watch all that. It's just absolute stunning, all this, lit up at night. Oh, and of course, just over there is Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United, who were playing last night, before filming this, in the 5th round of the FA Cup, away to Nottingham Forest, and they just started rolling literally the 90th minute, courtesy of Brazil's Casemiro. Another stunning view of Salford Quays I have here at MediaCityUK. So that's the Imperial War Museum, the north, just over there. Of course, the one in the south is in London. That's the ITV studios, Manchester studios over there, and yep, in there is where Coronation Street is filmed. Currently a tough storyline going on at the moment as I speak regarding bullying and that, and particularly characters like Mason and Dylan and all that. And of course here's the BBC at Salford Quays. I think they do BBC Breakfast round here now. They do various other shows as well round here. It's a far cry from the old days of like the original BBC Television Centre in White City in London. Technology these days has moved on a hell of a lot. I might be on TV one day, you never know. Coming down to see all this just shows what an amazing day out I've had today. Starting in Cheshire Street this morning, the train up to Edinburgh, changing there, over to Glasgow. I've been in Glasgow today, and now I'm down here in the north. So I've got one more journey to do later on tonight. In the world of the BBC, and in particular CBeebies, you've got Inkabilla here, and of course, here's someone you all recognise from Children in Need, Pudsey Bear. Did you know, of course, the one who created Pudsey Bear is actually from Pudsey in Leeds, West Yorkshire. just having a walk around what is actually the Blue Peter Garden, and there's what Valerie Singleton and many of the famous presenters, Connie Hook, Simon Thomas, Matt Baker, is what they would have said. Here's what I prepared earlier. So I'm going to get myself a drink now, and I'm going to tuck it into a pint of Barra Moretti in the dockyard in Salford Quays, and £6.30 for this pint. Bloody hell, that is steep. But then again, for a high-end place like this, it is expected, but nevertheless, here it goes. Chin chin. Oh, lovely stuff, that. Well needed it as well after a long day out I'm having today. That was nice, but expensive. I've enjoyed my time here. I'm going to catch the next tram to take us back to the city centre, back to Piccadilly Gardens, which is due in just under 9 minutes, the one that goes to Ashton-under-Lyne. And then I'll get another tram round to Victoria Station, where I get my train back to Chelsea Street. I'll take one more look at MediaCityUK at Salford Quays, and honestly, a little bit night time, I think it's much better than what it is during the daytime.
Right, I'm worried about paying. Right, I don't need to worry about anything. And I'm like, which one? All three? All three, possibly. I'll bring my back to yeah, I'm still there like, this is like a conversation for a moment. I don't know. Would you get paid? Oh, not bad, let's go get your point.
We are now approaching Deansgate Castlefield, where you can change for National Rail and free buses around the city centre.
We're just leaving Cornbrook, and how massive are them tower blocks? My God, they are. And they're actually flats. Must be student accommodation, but honestly, one would just love to have a view from the top of one of them. And there's a lot of them around here. Actually, that was Deansgate that we just left. Right, I'm Piccadilly Gardens, coming up at 5 to 9, so I'm going to catch one more tram to take us round to Victoria Station. That's Manchester Victoria and not London Victoria, of course. Last Metrolink ride tonight.
We're now approaching Shude Hill, where you can change for local buses and free buses around the city centre. The next stop will be Victoria.
Okay, so I'm now at Manchester Victoria Station. So I'm going to catch the 21:45 Transpennine Newcastle service that'll take us back to Chester Street tonight. So it'll get us there between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. Sadly, it does of course reverse at Leeds and then goes via Castleford before getting to York. This was the train I got from Liverpool 2 weeks ago. I'm hoping I have no trouble this, because we got this train 2 weeks ago and then a load of Sunderland supporters got on at Huddersfield and hijacked the train with noise and that. Well, thankfully there's actually no football on around, so hopefully it'll be a much more quieter journey this time. Well, here's what used to be Thameslink Class 319, now a Class 769, terminating at Man Victoria. There's my train coming down, 21:45 to Newcastle. I get off at Chester Street at 1:08 in the morning. This is the last train of the night up to there. If I'd missed this, I'd be stuck here tonight.
Welcome to this Transpennine Express service to Newcastle. This service will be calling at Staley Bridge, Huddersfield, Dewsbury, Leeds, York, Thurles, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Chester Street and Newcastle. The next stop will be Staley Bridge.
For your safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings with you or in sight at all times. If you notice anything suspicious, please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police 161016. If you see it, say it and we'll sort it.
And we're just pulling into Staley Faders. Well, we just left Huddersfield. This is where things ran into trouble 2 weeks ago, but not this time. Well, there's been no footy on today up here anyway.
Please keep your belongings with you or inside at all times. If you know.
I was just leaving Dewsbury. Just coming to Leeds. Somewhere out there is Ellen Road. It's the home of Leeds United. Now once again this train reverses at Leeds and goes via Woodlesford, Castleford, Sherburn and Elmet, Church Fenton and Olliskelf before getting to York, so it's going to add more time.
We'll shortly be arriving at Leeds. If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or cases in the luggage racks or under seats, and retain your tickets.
Service from Leeds is at 22:54.
So our departure time from Leeds is actually 22:54, and I have to say, I think there's only a few people getting on. So, yeah, it's very quiet this time for a Thursday night. Now, once again, passing through Castleford. East Coast Main Line, now at Yard. It's now 11:30. It's just me and one other person in the carriage at the moment. So this train goes to First, so it goes up the slow line and up to Northallerton, the slow line, then Darlington, Durham, and Chester Street, and then Newcastle.
Welcome to this Transpennine Express service to Newcastle. This service will be calling at Thurles, Northallerton, Darlington, Durham, Chester Street and Newcastle. The next stop will be Thurles.
For your safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings.
We're now coming up to Chester Street. It's 1:10 in the morning of Friday the 1st of March, I should say. This train, unfortunately, after York, it gets to each station at least 10-15 minutes earlier. Because it's given engineering and pathing allowance. That's why it takes a bit longer than normal.
If you're leaving the
Nevertheless,
train, take a moment to check you have everything.
I am home, and this is the
Don't
last
forget
of me
any bags or
cheap winter
cases in the
outings.
luggage racks or under seats, and retain your tickets as they may be required if exiting this station.
What I'll do is I'll film the train going out, and then I will end the diary tomorrow evening. Well, for me it's going to be about 21 hours. For you, it'll just be a few moments. As soon as I get off this train, film the train going, I'm going to get in my car, drive home. And I'm back where I started this morning. Well, I should say about 20 hours ago. That's going to Newcastle, then the depot, off to bed, and that's what I am doing now. Off to bed, I go. So, home I am, at the end of another successful, cheap winter outing. It's now 10:25, back in my room, and now that I've done this outing, that's all 5 of my winter outings completed successfully, January, February. Apart from the day when I went to Liverpool where I was only an hour late, but otherwise they've all gone smoothly. So anyway, this one was sort of a replay of my Anglo Saxon round robin journey from April 2018. That journey I went to Newcastle, Carlisle, Glasgow, Edinburgh, back to Newcastle. Today was this outing was a much longer outing. Got the same train at Edinburgh I did on the 26th for £1 on Transpennine or 708 service. That went well. Straight on to Glasgow on a class 3 8.5 from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street. They're alright ride. They're just basically like they're almost like the Hitachi IET trains. They are built by Hitachi. Very similar interior, well, light and wise, and noise wise as well. Smoother ride. Still though, I think I still like the old Turbo Stars, the 170s mate. It was actually my first time getting the electric from Edinburgh to Glasgow since the electrification was done years ago. So that went well, got to Glasgow on time. Then the purpose of this trip was to, I hadn't been to Glasgow for 5 years. I wanted to do me a few £1 outings, so that's what I did. I did Glasgow Central Station. You just need, 50 minutes to an hour spotting session there, and the cameras pretty much kept on a lot of the time because trains were going in and out literally every few seconds. I think that station, it's more busier than, say, Edinburgh Waverley Station. I got a lot of the trains, including the old Scotrail class 318s and the 320s. I can't see them trains being around for many more years, because them ones are getting on a bit. They've been there since the 70s, 80s, and I'm sure I can see them getting withdrawn in years to come. So getting a look at them 318s was very retro indeed. In fact, the only trains I didn't really see were the cross-country Voyagers, but they're running every 2 hours. No problem there. And then my next £1 outing, £1 journey, was from Glasgow Central down to Manchester Piccadilly. Just £1 for just under 3.5 hour journey. And this was my first ride on the Transpennine Nova 2 class 397, built by CAF. Again, I'd never done the Nova 2s before. The seats were quite hard actually, I thought, like sitting on iron boards really. And still a good ride, of course, through the southwest of Scotland down towards Lockerbie, and then of course through Cumbria as I got back into England. You get lovely scenery going down the west coast main line. I thought my train was going to be rammed. Typically trains from Scotland to Manchester are rammed, but I suppose they're more rammed from Edinburgh than what they are from Glasgow to Manchester. I sat in the unreserved carriage and still had a good seat. So my journey went through Carlisle down towards Preston, then Bolton, down the Bolton corridor to Manchester. The old days that would have been a class 185, or even before that it would have been Virgin cross country back then. Voyager, even the HSTs back then. Got to Manchester, signed in straight away, no problem. Again, just about under an hour sessions what I did, because that's a very, very busy station. Seeing it during the evening rush hour, trains literally super rammed. Well, quite a few of them were, especially them going off 13 and 14. They were quite rammed, I should say. I got a look at Transport for Wales's new trains. Again, they're just the 197s. The difference with the 195s is, well, they've actually got the same engine, but the seating layout's a lot different when I've looked. They've got the same seats they have on the Azumas, and also the Paragon fleet of hull trains and the Transpennines. I think they've actually got luggage racks, which could have been more handy as well on the northern ones, especially those that go to Blackpool and Southport and that. I didn't get any freight, but still it was a good journey. Met up with Adam Cutts, nice lad, and then I went Metrolink rides, and that was good. I hadn't done the Metrolink, I hadn't done Manchester properly for a good few years. I did it briefly last year when I was late getting down there in May. But yeah, had a few rides around the city. Went to MediaCityUK, Salford Quays. That's a nice place. That where the TV studios are, the BBC and ITV, and it's lovely when it's all lit up. So if you really do like your photography, you can get some really lovely shots there of like all the lights reflecting on the water and that. I had a drink and then came back into Manchester city centre, looked around, and then got my train from Victoria back to Chelsea Street, 21:45. Again, just £1. I think that's only the second time I've gotten a train out of Manchester Victoria Station to come back here. Of course, years and years ago they would have gone through Piccadilly Station and I would have got on there, but now all the trains from here to Manchester always go through Victoria Station before heading on to Liverpool. And my train wasn't even busy. It was the same one I got from Liverpool the other week, and thankfully this time no footy fans were on. So therefore the train was not noisy. So it wasn't even busy, taking us back up the Transpennine route up to Leeds. In fact, I think only a few people gone at Leeds actually. And then yet again taking us via Woodlesford, Castleford, Sherburn and Elmet before getting up to York. That just added an extra 20 or so minutes onto the journey time. And then after York, at each station, first Northallerton, Darlington and Durham, the train stays there for up to about 10-15 minutes. So that's why I didn't get back to Chelsea Street till 1:10 this morning. The reason they do that is I think engineering pathing allowance and that. There was actually some engineering works going on the East Coast Main Line when I noticed. But at least it was a very quiet, nice ride as well. And yeah, by 1:10 this morning it got me to here. Well, that was a lovely outing. That all 5 me outings completed now, and so the big one is next. Literally next Monday, the Monday after filming this, on the 4th of March. All the hype. I've been really excited for this, and I cannot wait to go across the Atlantic. I'll be swapping the red and white and the Union Jack for the stars and stripes when I go to the United States of America. New York, baby! USA! That's where I'm off to. This will be my biggest challenge ever. It'll be the longest I've ever flown in my whole life. My first time ever there. And I really cannot wait to go. In fact, as soon as I've done this, I'm going to start some of my packing and that. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you in the USA. Good night.